And the basic question is, well, how much can we do? What can we do? And this is why it's really important to understand the science, because the plastics are in the body in different levels, and they're doing different things in different organs. And the more we know about what's happening inside the body, the more we know what we can do and cannot do. But the real question that has been in a lot of people's minds is, well, can we get rid of stuff that's in our brain? And can we get rid of stuff that's stored in our liver or elsewhere? And that's where we would like to delve very deeply into how the detoxification mechanisms work at those levels. Is it possible? And if it is not possible, can we protect ourselves? Can we learn to live in a state of homeostasis with the toxins that are inside of us? So everybody's got them in their sinuses. Now, I'm sure that the load is very dependent on many factors. Now, this study was done in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And I've been to Sao Paulo, and I probably still have nanoparticles from there. But if we live in cleaner environments, then undoubtedly the load is less. And if we live in the Western states during the fire season, then undoubtedly the load is higher. Okay, so this is directly related to environmental exposure. And this is something that we have sometimes some degree of control over. But even more importantly, it gives us a whole therapeutic strategy. Now, this finding that everybody has microplastic in the sinuses and that it is linked to sinus conditions, one way or another, either as a cause or an effect, that it takes us to the next step, which is entryway into the brain. Okay. And so what we are now looking at are treatments that will benefit both the sinuses, sinus cavity, and protect the brain. And so therefore, we want to look at the olfactory bulb. And this will give us an idea of how close to the outside world is the brain. And this is something that I've been talking about for a very long time. And now we're putting it in the context of microplastics. So this is odorant molecule, but we can replace that with nanoparticles. So this is the inside of the sinuses. This is a mucous membrane. These are the little olfactory hairs. These are the olfactory nerves, the receptor sites. These are the olfactory receptor sites. And then these are the olfactory nerves, and they pass through the cribriform plate. Okay, that's the skull. But look at what's happening in the skull here. The skull is porous, and the olfactory bulb is part of the brain. So we can see it over here. Okay, so here's the sinuses, and here's the nanoparticles floating into the sinuses, and here's this epithelium, and then here's the olfactory bulb, and you can see that the olfactory bulb is an extension of the brain that's sitting right here on top of the cribriform plate, and the cribriform plate has holes in it. And therefore, it is now well established that particulate matter gets into the olfactory bulb, which is part of the brain, through the sinuses. So this is one of the routes that the plastic is getting in. All right, so this is looking, oops, sorry, that's looking at that in a little bit more detail. Okay, so that's for your consideration. So let's look at macrophages here, just to get a little bit more appreciation. And then we're going to follow the whole route of invasion of microplastics step by step into the cells. And then we're going to look at the herbal formulas, what we can do about it. So let's look at a video here. of a macrophage and its amoeboid action. So this is in the lining of the gut, and these are bacteria that are going by, and the amoeboid action grabs up the pathogens and eats them, phagocytizes them. Okay, so here is a macrophage that is demonstrating its amoeboid action to protect us from pathogens. Now, that's a normal part of our immune system. This is gut immunity at work here at the cellular level. Now, the plastics are the same. We could say that those little capsules there are microplastics instead. And the amoeboid action of the macrophages is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. But the difference is that macrophages can digest bacteria, and they can digest most types of toxins and break it down, but they cannot digest plastic.